The commentaries have offered a variety of rationales for this prohibition in the Torah and for the severity of that prohibition. Not only is it prohibited to eat the meat and the milk, but it's prohibited to derive any benefit. That's min ha-Torah, the Torah position. That is a fairly extreme position. I mean, why should it be prohibited to derive benefit from the cooked meat and milk? So there are two well-known explanations that are given, which I mention at this time. He says, one is the argument of the Moreh Nevuchim, the Rambam, Chelek Gimel, Perek Lamed Bet. Chelek Gimel, chapter 32. The Rambam says, as he says with many mitzvot, that this is in order to teach us to avoid idolatrous practices. It was apparently true that idolaters, I mean, the Rambam himself said that he was an expert in this topic. He learned all the books, and he knew about idolatry. And so the Rambam says, the Torah goes to great lengths to protect us from the influence of idolatry. And therefore, whenever there was an idolatrous practice that was known in the world at that time, the Torah came and prohibited us from engaging in that practice or in similar practices. And therefore, the Torah says, don't seethe the kid in the mother's milk, meaning the idolaters do it. Let's stay away from that. Let's stay away from that. This is an interpretation which is certainly something that the Rambam provides often, but is not as satisfactory to us in our time, because idolatry is simply not, or doesn't seem to be, an issue that we confront on a daily basis. And yet we're very careful not to eat the meat and the milk together. A second interpretation is offered by the Sefer Chinuch in Mitzvah Kaf Bet. And the Sefer Chinuch says that the Torah has a position about mixing things in creation that were created separately. The Torah doesn't like shatnez, the Torah doesn't like kilayim, the Torah doesn't like mixing, two animals together that shouldn't be mixed together. The Torah doesn't like any of that. And so the Chinuch says that meat and milk, eating meat and milk together, is a kind of an unacceptable mixture. It'll work. I mean, if you cook the meat and the milk, it'll come out and you'll be able to eat it. But it means that you're mixing things which, in the creation, the way HaKadosh Baruch Hu made the world, those things should not be mixed. So we see that there are two basic interpretations, and they may fall under one general heading, and that general heading is that mixing the meat and the milk together will either lead you astray or bring you to contradict essential features in creation. So stay away from mixing the meat and the milk together.